Hi everyone, this is the second part of the review for the Playseat Formula Instinct. Firstly, thank you. I thought 20, 30 people might watch the first video. I think I'm a week in, a couple of thousand people have watched it. People have been asking questions about it, that's cool. Ask whatever you need. Like I say, these things cost money, it's good to know everything you need to know. So I'm glad I've helped some people. I'm going to try and keep this little bit short today. I did make some videos about how I was adjusting it, any hurdles I found, but I thought that might be a bit boring. I'm just going to get the phone camera, do a bit of a walk around, maybe I'll highlight any difficulties I had, and then explain those. I have managed to give this a few hours of driving now. I've managed to adjust things to where it wants to be. So then I'll set the camera up, film me doing some driving so you can see any flex in the seat, in the wheel mount, or in the pedal tray, whatever you need to know. I'm hoping this gives you the answer. The summary though, to be honest, is I absolutely love it. It's cool. I don't feel any of that movement. I'm not a pro racer. This is just me having some fun on a couple of games when I get some time. It's absolutely cool. But anyway, let's move on. Thanks again. Ask any questions you've got. Cheers, guys. Okay, so here we are with the final build. I don't know what thumbnail I will have used, so you might have seen this already, but to me that looks cool. I love it. Like, it fits neatly. This isn't the biggest room in the world, but it fits nicely in there. Plenty of space. Putting it together was easy enough by the time I put everything on there. You may notice all the marketing, all the blurb is kind of designed to have this set differently, so that this bar goes vertically and then this tilts sort of forward towards the driver. For me, that left the wheelbase a bit too high and therefore a bit more in my face than I would have liked. So I made the decision to push that forward like that. I mean, the rigidity will be the same, technically. It's the fixing point's still the same, and they've got these quick release clamps, so it wouldn't affect that. What it meant though, of course, is because this bar is the one non-variable fixed point that this bar leads to the pedal tray. Obviously that means I had to adjust the pedal tray accordingly. And in honesty, it's taken me a bit of a while just to get what is comfortable for me. I would adjust it, go for a bit of driving, adjust it again until I got it. It's not quite as variable and adjustable as an aluminium rig will be, obviously, where you get an infinite number of vertical and horizontal and forward and backwards places you can put things, because some of these places are fixed. Like I say, there's that. Not fixed, but you know what I mean. So you have a points of variation. So along here, along this wheel plate on here, and then that bar on there. There's a lot of these points, so you're going to get what you want eventually. But it's not a simple case of just sliding up and down. And when you move one, something else moves. And then obviously when I wanted to move the seat backwards and forwards, my distance to the wheel was good, but my pedals wasn't, and so on and so forth. So it's the Playseat, the Fanatec Gran Turismo DD Pro bundle, which I got. So the wheelbase, the GT wheel, which is good because I've dug out GT7 again, and the standard CSL pedals. As I've got this now, they're straight out of the box. They're too far apart for me. I'm obviously going to move those together. But I'm going to order the load cell pedal after Christmas, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to set some cable tying going. Today, the stand, a lot of people are asking me what monitor stand I'm going to get. I just got the GT Omega. They call it the portable monitor stand, but I think it's part of the art range. It's on the box as art range. It's 80 quid. In fact, I think it was 70 quid when I got it. Super basic, but everything I need, to be honest. It's pretty solid, it's sturdy, and obviously I can move it backwards and forwards as much as you like. They put it on wheels come with it, but I sort of didn't see the point of that. It's not moving anywhere. The monitor is quite good actually. It's an ASC, and by quite good I just mean it's a basic 32-inch curved monitor off Amazon. Claims it's 165 hertz. It has speakers built into it, which I wanted because I didn't always want to wear headphones, especially if my mates are coming around. It does the job. It's nice, and it was 148 quid, I think. So I'll put a link in there. You know, at that price, I'm not expecting the world. I don't need the world. I just, you know, I'm not one of those people that needs to spend thousands on something I'm not really going to notice. So yeah, it's cool. It's adjustable. It's variable. I think I found my sweet spot of comfort. I haven't really had much of a chance to try the latest setting I've made. Just trying to think what else you guys might want to know. As I said before, this moves backwards and forwards. I'm finding the seat very comfortable when I've been sitting in it. So yeah, I'm going to put a camera up. I'm going to drive. I think when I've looked back at some of the other videos, there's the bit of flex in this seat, but you just do not notice it when you're driving, not at my level. And like I said in one of the other videos, I think it's my body is causing the movement, and therefore I don't feel it, if that makes any sense. You know, it's not like everything flexes around me. I'll try and see if I can find a lap where I need to brake a lot and steer a lot, and you can judge for yourself what kind of movement. So I'll do that now. Thanks. Okay, the finished setup. I've managed to get 2 or 3 or 4 hours maybe of driving in this, and finding the right adjustment. There's a couple of times I've adjusted the distance of the seat forward and backwards, but then that's meant I've had to kind of make an adjustment to the pedals, and then when I've done that, that's meant this has moved. So like I said in the last video, you have to find your point. So just give it a bit of time, give it a bit of drive. I think this feels pretty comfy. I just need to tighten these up. This feels pretty comfy where I'm at now, so I'm going to spend a couple of hours tonight after work having a drive on it. But the setup's cool. As I said in the last video, it doesn't take up too much space. It's easy to do stuff with. I'll find a quick lap of a circuit just so you can see what flex. Exactly like I predicted. When I looked back at some of the videos I'd made, I don't feel this movement, but I know it's happening from the video. But like I say, when you drive, nothing. Don't feel that at all. The monitor, to be honest, the speakers, they're not great. I mean, it was 148 quid. So what I did was I plugged in, I DJ as well, so I got high quality headphones. That is a total game changer. Listening to the car in this game particularly, you can hear everything. You can hear where the tyres are just about to start squealing. You can hear the gear change. You can hear the other cars forward and backwards. That is a game changer. I'm going to drive with headphones all the time. The other thing I would say is ignore everything I said in that last clip about the force feedback. I was driving a car with about 3 horsepower around pretty much an oval. When you pick this thing up to a fast, powerful car around a good track, force feedback is a big step up from the, what do they call it, true force of the Logitech G923. Wow, like so cool. Less about going over rumble strips and things like that, more about almost the sort of unseen. So you're tearing it around a corner, you can just feel when that traction is sliding. Combined with the sound of the slip in the headphones, the control you've got is nuts. And you can really feel when you're starting to go, and being able to save it and rescue a spin is like much more than anything else I've driven. Little things, like I say, if you're braking hard and you can just feel again maybe starting to slip, or if you're going around a corner and a competing car just taps your back left wing, you know about it, like it's nuts. And this is only a entry level 5 Newton meter. I don't even know if I need to upgrade on that. It's cool, like it's a big difference. I do recommend it highly. As it happens, I have a clear weekend this weekend, so I'm just going to rinse this. I would say all 48 hours are going to get used on this weekend. But anyway, I'm going to do a quick lap of somewhere. I'm going to exaggerate braking in steering, because obviously that's probably where the most movement is going to happen. So let's do my favourite circuit. Go to Spa. Do you know what? I'm going to do it in my favourite car. I'm going to do it in the Mazda LM. Let's just do a time trial in the LM55. I don't want rain, hell no. Okay, I'm doing it in something else. Right, okay, I'm doing it in the Porsche, which is annoyingly difficult. But anyway, the point is that you can see the flex, you can see the drive, what it's like. I mean, there's already a hard brake into the last chicane. Don't worry about, like I say, you can't hear. The speakers on this TV are disappointing. They're enough for not playing around with, particularly if I've got my mates, but I think I'm going to buy a sound bar, put a little shelf under the screen and put that in there so I get some cool sound maybe. Right, so there's hard steering, see that's a good example, nearly spinning out, but the force feedback, I could feel it in there. I'm going to brake, I'll brake hard now, I don't need to brake here for a rouge, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't feel any movement in there at all, nothing. That feels solid. I think I've invalidated my lap by driving so badly there. You guys be the judge now. So for me, I love this. I'm comfy. I've moved the padding around a little bit, like I said before in the intro, in the first video. Right, hard brake in there. You can move the pads around. They're just Velcro stuck onto another pad at the back. So you got movement in there. I've now found mine super comfy. Coming down here. So you might have heard that. I nearly went off track there and the wheel was telling me about it. But it didn't. The wheel itself isn't moving on the rig, on the cockpit. It's telling me, it's giving me signals. It's, you know, I've had a couple of points already. I'm a third of the way around the lap where I've managed to catch it there again because the wheel's telling me. But anyway, this isn't a review about the wheel. I just love it. This is a review about the rig. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever talked and drove at the same time. Hence why I'm driving all over the place, but hopefully you're getting to see what you need. I think the most common question on the last video is how adjustable is the pedal plate, particularly, whoa, that's off, particularly up vertically. I would say very adjustable, but like I say, bear in mind when you move one thing, you affect the other part. So if I was to move this forward and backwards or at a different angle, it will affect the pedal plate unless I use different bolt holes. You have to bear that in mind. You know, like I said, this is all in for 520 euros. Yeah, 520 euros I think it was. So it's going to have some limitations. For me, it's everything I need. I'm off. I don't imagine I'm ever going to need anything else. I'm going to pause it there because my driving is embarrassing. So yeah, you probably see what you need there. Hard braking, don't feel it. Hard accelerating, hard steering. This is the distance I like, the arm bending I like. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. Playseat, somebody on Playseat replied to the last video, if you haven't seen that, where the paint was getting stuck in the holes. They said they've changed their manufacturing process on that and that's not going to happen anymore. I don't think they need to change anything else, to be honest. For me, like I said, I wanted the Formula position. I'm pretty damn close. In the dream world, I'd have the Playseat Intelligence, I think it was, but they're £2.5 grand. That's maybe if the lottery ever comes in. So yeah, like if that's what you want, this is the thing to get. If it just looks cool. I put a photo of this up on Reddit and everyone was like, that looks sick. And it does. But I would say that's secondary to what I need. My doorbell's just gone off annoyingly. Sorry about that. That was an inconvenient time for the doorbell to go, but I can't be bothered to do that whole video again. Yeah, conclusions. If you're thinking about it, I don't see any obvious reason not to get it. I think value for money wise, when I compare it to a lot of the other stuff, it's very, very good. Particularly if that's the position you want. As I said before, I'm bang on 6 foot tall. I wanted that more laid down formula position. I wanted slightly, let's call it, more extended arms than I would do if I was driving the GT position. I did try it in a little mini Clubman, and it doesn't feel very weird. It's not like I always need to be in an F1 car. If you want a review on the Fanatec stuff, it's amazing. I'm not going to leave a full review. There's people who've been doing this stuff professionally for years. It's cool. It's really, really cool. It's such a big step up. And I'm now just going to go and have a lot of fun with it for a few months or years, I think. Feel free to ask me any questions. Like I said, there was talk about how adjustable things are, the pedal plate in particular. Ask away. I'm more than happy to answer. That's it. Enjoy.